welcome to the show. Again, we thank God you can view the show, whether it's in your living room, your kitchen, your bedroom, any other area in your home. We're excited to bring you D.A.P Ministries Presents. I'm your host, the Reverend Willie Williams, Jr. Also, want to say to all those that watch the show, always encourage individuals to go to the Lord Night Ward, see the devastation, but realize the restoration that the Lord is doing in that area. Talking about blotted lots, also blotted property. Keep telling your friends and family that that area needs to come back. I think we're excited. A couple of weeks ago, the Pete Sanchez multi-purpose building is up and running. One of our guests, we happened to see him down there. We're going to talk to him a little bit later in the show. But again, we thank God for our co-host, the Reverend Darryl Smith, also known as D.K. Smith, 9:40 a.m. on your radio dial. At 3 o'clock, he has a saying that goes like this.
Yeah, that's right. Weekdays from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m., I'll take you home in style with a smile.
We also say he has a finger on the pulse of what's taking place locally, nationally, and also global. He has a global effect because he has friends all the way in Afghanistan, Paris, France, Bosnia, and even Chicago.
That's right, yeah. Well, you know, they're subscribers to our YouTube channel, and so if you want to be a subscriber, all you have to do is go to youtube.com, search D.A.P Ministries TV show, and you'll find this and other shows there. And then you can just subscribe to what you see. And of course, we appreciate Cox Cable 76 here locally, and also the other system that we're on.
Vimeo.
Vimeo, yeah. Mm-hmm. So we thank God for that. The only announcement I just wanted to make was the fact that during this time, we recall, as we come up, we know that the 10th year anniversary for Katrina is coming up.
In August.
In August. So that's going to be coming up, and we will give you more announcements about that just to let you know what's going on. But I do also want to say that we're happy to have our guest here today. Did I say happy to have our guest?
No, you didn't say, yeah. But my brother said no.
His name is Happy.
Happy to have our guest.
We're happy to have our guest. His name is Happy Johnson. He's an educator. He's an author. I've actually read a few of his books, you know.
Big Wanda?
Yeah, and he wrote some other ones too, yeah. We could share about that. But happy to have Happy again.
Absolutely. Hey, thank you for having me. Glad to be with y'all. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
I don't know why.
Many years.
Fun of your name,
yeah, DK always makes fun of me. That's all right. It's nothing
Every time
nothing
I'm
but
on
love.
Facebook, when I'm putting happy birthday to somebody, before I can put happy birthday, his name pops up. So it's like,
watch him.
I have to.
You're gonna have to get your royalty checks from him. Tell us what's happening. Happening because I know this is hurricane season.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we want our people to be safe because guess what? Sometimes we get carried away with the good weather. We forget about that. It can change in a moment. Just in the twinkling.
Yeah. Well, we just had a youth safety fest on May 30th, 31st on the last Sunday at All Souls Community Center in the Lower Ninth Ward, also where I live in that neighborhood. And now is the best time to take advantage of building your disaster kit. The state does something relatively unique in that they have a state sales tax holiday twice a year, May 30th and May 31st, and then August 7th and August 8th. And your hurricane supplies like your phone chargers, your portable battery-operated phone chargers, flashlights, water, chainsaws, ladders, generators, those items up to $1,500 are exempt from the state's 4% sales tax 4 days a year in Louisiana. So it's a great way to offer the community a chance to save some money, prepare for hurricane season, build your kit, put your kit in your house and in your car, and try to maybe save some of that money, that 4% sales tax. So that's some of the things we've been doing, is just trying to encourage folks to take advantage of that time, because the best preparation is to plan ahead. So do you have your disaster kits?
I always have my disaster kit.
Yeah.
I drive with it.
Good, yeah.
I need to talk to you about, for our viewing audience, about preparation. There's nothing new, but number one, securing your special papers as far as deeds and birth certificate, things like that. Where should that be located?
Well, I'll tell you, one of the things, everyone has a phone nowadays, and so one of the great technological advancements have this cloud system. So if you take a picture with your phone of your birth certificate, social security card, state ID, driver's license, as soon as you take that photo with your phone, I have it set up where it goes to my account, my Google account. And so even if I lose the phone, I still have those photos saved on my cloud system in my email account. So that's just one way that we don't have to be so concerned with papers. But a lot of great things are to put them in Ziploc bags, but double wrap them. You want them high elevated, and then you want to, sometimes people have them in safety deposit boxes or other places where they may need the originals. So those are some things you can do, but also just securing your home. There are a lot of innovative ways that you can just, you want to look out for your neighbors. You want to, your vulnerable areas more than anybody, and so the toughest thing I always tell people is that a family communication plan can really save lives. But sometimes we think we're too cool for that. We say, oh man, we don't have to sit down and talk to our family about where we would need to go in the event, or where's the closest shelter, or what's the best evacuation route.
How much clothes and water?
Clothes, water. At least 3 days worth of food, clothes, and water.
I don't want to tell you, for Katrina, I didn't take enough clothes.
Nobody did.
That's okay.
Enough clothes.
But I tell people, keep it simple. What are the 2 most important things for you?
My wife.
Okay, you got your wife? So you want to make sure, so you better say that online, huh?
So you better say that.
Aside from your wife, though, in terms of what, if a disaster happened right now, what would be the 2 things that you would be most devastated about? Would it be your family photo album? Would it be your new checks you just ordered with your special emblem? What would be 2 items that would be your most?
You're going to be shocked when I say my Bibles.
Okay.
No, I can understand.
Yeah.
I lost a lot of biblical material that's irreplaceable because some of it is out of print and you can't find it. Then when you do find it, it's not the same as the other stuff that you already had,
I understand.
marked up and stuff like that. Your information.
Yeah, there's value in that. There's value.
Great value.
Now he's analog and I'm digital. I would say my laptop.
I'm analog.
He's analog. I'm digital. I mean something digital like a laptop or my phone or something like that.
You got your external drives?
Yeah. I got I got a 1 terabyte and a terabyte point 1.
Okay.
So yeah, a terabyte is a whole lot.
A lot of information.
Yeah, you have to have it. Now is the best time. We know that the active season is around October, September, and August, and so now is the best time to just start small and build up. And so we've tried to have these children's books to empower kids to do it. And so last week when we had our youth safety event, we had a chance to go on WBOK, and I took the president of our teen advisory committee to do the interview, and he was so nervous, but he did a great job. And that's what we want to do. We want to make safety prepared. We want to make it jazzy for young people, because there's a whole career industry that our young people can take advantage of, not just so much with STEM, but with our coastal restoration, our wetlands are our first line of defense, and we'll be spending a lot of money over the next 50 years rehabilitating those marshes and wetlands, and that's jobs.
Before we run out of time,
for that.
Give us your contact number.
Absolutely.
I know you got an email address or a website, because I seen Big Wine.
Yeah.
A children's book is very exciting.
Absolutely, and we distribute.
You still got Big Wine?
I got a different Big Wanda, but different Big Wanda. So the number is 504-315-5083, and we help folks prepare for hurricane season and natural disasters. And the website is www.teamhappy.org/fest. And from May until next May, we're going to be running a year campaign to help encourage and empower young people to take advantage of opportunities to get jobs in the coastal industry, but also to help their family and neighbors be prepared for hurricane season.
Now you mentioned the important thing about is having a plan of knowing, because we know as far as Orleans Parish, there are no shelters for a disaster, so you have to plan to go outside of Orleans Parish, really outside of the area going a little bit past maybe Hammond or something like that. So you have to go that far
at least.
At least, and then you have to know what direction. So talk to our audience about knowing, and I guess that depends on which way the hurricane is coming.
Well, yeah, it is, and I also tell you that the city has a great telephone number. I think it's 311, where you can call and let them know if you don't have a vehicle. because transportation is such a huge issue, and we saw that immediately after Katrina. A lot of folks that stayed behind, it wasn't necessarily by choice. It
wasn't really staying because they were saying, I can't go.
A car, right. Yeah. And so we got to figure out a system. You know, the greatest thing that we can do in terms of, you know, our legacy and the things that we leave behind is, how do we care for our neighbors, the people that may not have the same means as us? And we think about what are some small things that we can do to help out, you know, our neighborhood. And so one of those things is you may not be able to take a whole family with you, but you can help them prepare ahead of time. If you know that it may be you know, significant vulnerability, then let them know some of their options. But now is the time when everything is calm. You know, it's better to plan ahead than to react and respond to a crisis. So, you know, there are a lot of resources. And I think, though, as we move forward in the future, we'll think about more creative ways and how do we create a seamless system where our most vulnerable are taken care of, the seniors, those without cars, disabilities, and et cetera, things like that. So.
And the other issues dealing with people that have pets, they stay behind because they know certain shelters won't receive them because they have pets. But now that's opened up that you can go to certain places where they will receive pets.
Right, and they'll have, you know, different places for them to stay outside. But pet safety is a serious issue too, because people love animals. They love the animals. They love very serious thing.
Yeah.
And you don't want to leave them behind. And so. My old neighbor had a dog named Pickles, and I never could take care of a dog, but I love Pickles, and so I made Pickles my own dog. You know, I would walk up sometimes, and the more it got me thinking was, what would I do if Pickles were mine in the event of a disaster? And so you think about storing dog food, but you think about canned food, you think about the importance of water. So now you're not just thinking about yourself, but you're thinking about an animal, as well. So.
Extra mouth.
But I would tell you this: people in New Orleans are the most resilient people in probably all of the country.
I mean, you saying that.
You know. And if anyone can withstand and go through a disaster, it'd be folks that have experienced it throughout the Gulf Coast. And so,
tell them your history, man.
Oh yeah, well,
we know how to survive.
Tell them my age if I say I've been through Betsy.
That's okay.
That's how
that's all right. 65.
Yeah, that's how landmark in saying we've been through Hurricane Betsy.
Right.
Yeah. Now Katrina is the new standard.
Yes,
that's right.
Yeah.
I wanted to just say right fast before we go the fact that the young people who were 8 or 9 back then are like 18 and 19 today, and so it affects them for a while. But we just want to continue to pray your efforts, and we want you to come back.
We're going to get you back on again, man. And I heard you doing something else. I'm not going to mention it right now, but I heard you're looking into the avenue of being an entertainer, and probably have.
Well, I'm taking it up, you know, as a hobby. I do love playing.
Go ahead on.
Watch out.
Go ahead on.
We have to go. When we come back, we're going to have another guest. We got more information for you. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Poor nutrition today will increase Sarah's chances of anemia, add to her healthcare costs, sick days, even stunt her ability to learn. And the thing is, Sarah's not even born yet. Get proper nutrition before it's too late. Call or visit WIC. WIC provides nutrition information, healthcare referrals, even food. Your child has you, and you have WIC.
Mrs. Johnson, good to see you again. This is Mike. You can trust him. He looks just like you. Plus, 2 against 1 is more intimidating when we force someone to sign a loan.
And I'll be sucking up to you in order to keep up the illusion.
So, here are your low monthly payments and interest rate as we promised. Here's where they triple.